Hello, I'm Chef Diane DeMeo and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are making homemade fresh burrata. Now what exactly is burrata? Well, it's Italian, of course, and it is like fresh mozzarella with a filling, and the filling happens to be what? Fresh ricotta cheese. If you want to learn how to make fresh ricotta, check out my bootleg tips, and there is a wonderful way and quick and easy to make fresh ricotta cheese. So what you need to do is go out and buy yourself a big chunk of fresh mozzarella. We put it in a bowl large enough, and we're going to do what? We're going to stick it inside the microwave oven. The goal here is that as it's heating up in the microwave, we are forming it, but also removing any moisture from it. So we're going to do this in, let's say, 15 to 20 second increments until it starts to loosen up where we can mold it. Now, as you can see here, the cheese is starting to melt, and I'm just going to turn it over, and it's not anywhere near, but the water is coming out. Back it goes. Close the door, and another 20 seconds. For my tomato salad, while that's happening, I just have regular tomato and some kosher salt, and I will pick some leaves off of my fresh basil plant here just to give it a little flavor. I'm gonna add salt to my tomato. Why? Because it's gonna kind of remove some of the moisture that I can use as my base for the burrata and the tomatoes. As you see, now the moisture is coming apart from here, and I'm actually able to start molding it. Let me give it another couple of seconds in here. 20 seconds. So I think that's been about, what, 20 seconds? But you see why you want to do it in intervals, because you're actually able to mold it. You don't want to overdo it. Here we go. Should be enough. And let's see what I got. There it is. I'm now shaping it up the sides of the bowl. Why? Because it's going to be able to allow me to put some fillings on the inside. Now that I have this, I'm going to put a little oil. Why? Because we're going to put in our beautiful pliable cheese. Get it in and shape it. And now this is ready to stuff. So now our ricotta cheese is really nice, and don't forget, like I said, you can get that recipe on bootleg tips. And we're gonna fill this bad boy burrata. So I like to do a little fresh basil, and I roll it on up to do a nice little chiffonade. And let's come across this way and add it right here at the bottom. Build it up just a little more. Look at that, smash it in. And in goes our fresh creamy ricotta mixture. And I'm gonna kind of make it into like a little envelope, closing it off like so. So mine isn't as like a ball. You can make it into a ball. Mine is more like a round pancake that you want to put something in yummy, but that's okay. And now we're gonna put this in the refrigerator, and that's okay. So now while the burrata is in the refrigerator getting a little bit hard, we're gonna go ahead and make our tomato salad to go with this. All I need is a really nice, you can use heirloom tomatoes by the way, or anything you want. I just like big, juicy steak tomatoes. And I like to just cut them haphazardly because it really doesn't matter. Into my dish. Do the last one. In. And I'm gonna give it a nice little toss of salt. Give it a toss and just let it sit. And a lot of the juices are gonna extract because the salt pulls out moisture to make its own little juicy bath, and this is gonna go right on top of that burrata. It's been about 15 minutes. My burrata is probably nice and cool right now, so we're gonna get out of the refrigerator, fancy it up, and take a big, big bite of it. Hello, my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. Okay, let's get this out onto the plate. And And some of this lovely, 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 lovely tomato salad with its own juices. I'm just gonna kind of play around with that there. Add some fresh tomato juice. And my lovely basil plant, some fresh basil leaves. Okay, I think that's about it. And now it's done and I'm ready to have a big, big bite. I love you. And yes. This is my favorite thing in the whole wide world. Homemade fresh burrata with a little bit of a tomato salad, some fresh basil, and homemade ricotta. And I will see you next week with another super delicious, possibly gluten-free dish. Bye-bye. Hello, I'm Chef Diane DeMayo and welcome to Bootleg Tips. Today we are making something super fun and it is gluten-free. We are making what? Homemade fresh ricotta cheese.